Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. Sabrina here. Today we are going to be talking about work ethic. Do you feel like you have good work ethic? Do you feel like you outwork, you outperform everyone at the job, you set the standard? So today we're going to be talking about work ethic, and I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve your work ethic if you feel like your work ethic isn't to where you want it to be. First, let's start off with defining work ethic. So work ethic is just an intrinsic belief of how hard you work. It's a set of standards of behaviors and beliefs that ultimately determine if what you're doing is right and wrong when you're working the standard at that company. Do you set the standard at your job every single day? Do you outwork everybody? Do you feel like you have that work ethic? Do you feel like you're doing your job every single day? You're being consistent. So let's start off with some examples. Some examples of good work ethic would be just being reliable, being consistent, being respectful, being cooperative as a team, respecting all your coworkers. You're always there when needed. You're always at work. You're always showing up on time. You're being consistent. If there's a coworker that calls out, you're able to pick up the shift. Even if you're not able to pick up a shift, still you're being reliable because you're at the job and you're not always constantly calling out. Those are great traits of someone who has good work ethic. Do you have those behaviors? Do you act in that way at work? That's something very important to think about. Having work ethic is very important, and it definitely shows in the workplace whether somebody has good work ethic or bad work ethic. Managers, co-workers definitely can tell. They know who has a good work ethic, who's performing well, who's reliable, who's honest, who's dependable, and who's not. It's not something you can hide from. So if you feel like you don't have good work ethic or it's something that you can improve upon, I'm going to give you 5 tips on how you can improve upon your work ethic. First tip is that you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent in showing up to work on time, coming in on your scheduled shifts, consistently doing your job every single day as it needs to be done, being consistent in always work. You need to be consistent across the board. It's going to help you, and it's also going to help your coworkers to again become more reliable on you, the manager to become, more reliable you, and ultimately having good work ethic leads to everyone just respecting you, and everyone wants respect. And it's something at work you do have to earn. Unfortunately, there's people who won't respect you if you don't show that you are reliable, that you are consistent, and that you don't have that confidence in yourself. It is what it is. Number 2, I want you to cut out any distractions. So when you are working, whether again that is working for yourself or working for a company, cut the distractions. So if you're at home, tell your family members, I work from this time to this time. I need my quiet time. I'm going to be over here in the office. Do not bother me unless it is an emergency, and focus on the task at hand. Your cell phone can be a major distraction. You want to make sure you're putting that away, or doing what you need to do, setting time periods and schedules for things so you're not on social media, randomly. Another distraction would be gossiping at work, coworkers gossiping at work or talking about other coworkers. Those are major distractions at the workplace, and it's something that your manager does notice. Whether they want to recognize it or not is on them, but it's something that is noticed, that gossiping. It's something that other coworkers do notice, you being the center of gossip. That is a distraction, and you want to completely cut that immediately. You can be somebody who is reliable, and you can be somebody who is respectful on the job. Next, everyone has strengths and everyone has weaknesses. So number 3, I want you to operate in your strengths. So identify your strengths, identify your weaknesses, and act in those strengths. If you're really good at work at, organizing all the data into Excel, but maybe you're not good at explaining the data, operate in that strength and perform that data, put that data in, and do your job well. Just work on your strengths. Operate in your strengths. And the weaknesses, there's always going to be someone else who is strong at what you are weak at. Let them operate in that, and you just tackle your strengths and operate in that. So everything can flow and work well together. You can flow well with you can flow well with your coworkers. Everyone's working together cohesively, everyone's being respectful, and everyone's working in their strengths. And that is very, very important. And this allows for a healthy work environment. Same thing if you're an entrepreneur, you want to operate in your strength. Leave those weaknesses up to someone else, whether you're outsourcing that work or you have a business partner. That's something that you can do. Just operate in those strengths. Or another example would be, maybe you're not good at writing the business proposal. So you're not good at writing it, but you're good at coming up with all of the ideas for it. Okay, so come up with the idea. Go to like Fiverr or Upwork or something like that and hire someone to write the business proposal. So again, just focus on your strengths and operating your strengths, and don't worry about your weaknesses, because someone else can fill in. Be strong when you are weak. Number 4, do everything in excellence. And what I mean by this is set the standard. So set the standard at work. Set the standard for whatever your niche is. If you're, a business owner, set the standard, work in excellence, do every single thing you do in excellence, because chances are there aren't many people doing their job in excellence. They're not doing what you're doing. They're not going to be going above and beyond. They're not necessarily trying to set the standard. They're just working so they can make money and survive. They're just going so they can make their money and leave. So why don't you work, do your best, do everything that you can, set the standard so you can be respectful, reliable, and someone that maybe your manager would go to and promote you, for example. And then if you are running a business, you just want to do everything in excellence. You want to do everything in order so that you can grow your business and, grow a great community, or, increase your following, or whatever your goal is. So just keep in mind with this that while you may not be the best worker, the hardest worker, the best one on the job, you can certainly still outwork that person. You may not be the most talented, but guess what? Just because that person is talented doesn't mean that work ethic is there. That doesn't mean that at all. You might have the work ethic, they might have the talent, but you can outwork them. You're outdoing them. You're setting the standard, and that's what you really want to focus on. And the last step and most important step is to just be confident. Be confident in your abilities and what you're capable of doing. And this definitely shows whether you're confident or not confident on the job or whatever job that you are performing. You want to be confident, know that you know what you know and that you know it best and that you do it best, and stand on that. Don't let someone negativity over you. Don't let someone speak lies over you. That is not the truth. Don't believe it. Believe in yourself and believe that you can do great things and that you can accomplish everything that you want to accomplish. Don't let somebody tell you you can't do the job, or that you're not qualified, or that you're incompetent. You can do what you put your mind to. You can do what you put effort into and what you put hard work into. So it's all dependent really on you. It's not dependent on them or anything they try to speak over you. It's dependent on you and you believing in yourself. Okay, well, those are the 5 tips that I have for you for improving your work ethic. If you found that helpful, I would love if you would subscribe to this channel and join this wonderful community that I'm trying to build. If you have any ideas for any other videos, leave them down below and let me know, what do you think about work ethic? Do you feel like a lot of people have work ethic? Do you feel like you have good work ethic? Let me know. Comment below. Okay, I'll see you guys in my next video.